Next generation. Okay. More COD, please.
More COD, please. This is part 2 of CiB Square couch discussion. And yeah, this time we're going to be talking about, and we'll do it much shorter this time, we'll be talking about what we want to see in the next generation, maybe like 1 or 2 things. WiiU's coming out soon. It looks like 720 might be out next year. I don't really have my money on that. I don't think it'll be out next year.
It's probably going to be late 2013 or early 2014.
Yeah. And PS4, you guys should really stop asking because they just released the development kit for games, which means...
Oh, did they?
Yes, just today.
Oh, okay.
So that is not coming out next year.
Okay. It's coming out in 2
I really
years.
thought there wasn't going to be a PlayStation 4 until you said that 5 seconds ago.
It'll be out in 2014. So
it'll be out in 2014 or 15, guys. You don't... These companies need time to mess around with the development kits and to make games.
And to make Kingdom Hearts 3.
And to make Kingdom Hearts 3. Never gonna happen. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Ever. Final Fantasy 13 Versus has to come out, and that game is so far away, and then they have to start Kingdom Hearts 3. And for good games, do you know how long those cycles are? Like 4 or 5 years? Do you know what they could have done in that time?
Square is 18 months.
Do you know? That's true. And it'll be bad. You know what they could have done in that time? That they released all those 3DS makes, DS, Kingdom Hearts. You know what Square could have done? They could have made $1 billion. You know what they could have made? What could they have made, Trevor?
They could have made Final Fantasy VII, PS3, or 360 remake.
If Final Fantasy VII was remade on the PS3 or cross-platform or whatever, it would be the highest-selling game of all time.
Although,
can anyone deny that?
No.
But COD.
I think it would sell more than FF7. How many people, you guys don't see it, but a lot of people come in and are like, Final Fantasy VII, best game ever. And like almost every list that comes out, it's Final Fantasy VII, best game ever.
Final Fantasy VII was the most sold Square game by like, it was like, I forget how many sold. It's like over 10 million.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
It's the most, it's like by 5 times.
You almost get the impression that Square is just holding that back as the ace in the hole. Like, they might have a couple guys developing
You
it.
almost get the impression that Square does not like money.
While they filed for bankruptcy, then they're going to release... Oh, we're making that game now.
Square does not like money!
They've teased it for so long. Like,
no, it's
for
not.
when the PS3 came out, it was like
that was
a tech demo.
Yeah,
that was a tech demo.
That still had so many fanboys just watering
Why couldn't they do, like, Final Fantasy 13 tech demo? Look at the graphics. Oh, PS3 is cool. No, they did Final Fantasy 7 on purpose.
I don't understand.
They've been teasing us with Final Fantasy X HD as well. And
that's at least in development. Like, that's actually...
It's in development,
no,
but it seems like it's been in development forever.
I thought that was still in development.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
It's becoming vaporware again. It's like the development team doesn't know what to do.
And it's just converted to HD. It takes Konami like 6 months to churn those out, and it turns out good.
Now,
Konamis are bad.
Yeah, they're bad. Now, FF7 would require a full remake, and I read interviews with the original creator, who essentially said that it would be a 7-year process. Well, guess freaking what? The PS3 came out in 2006 or 2007, and if they would have started that then, it would be coming out really soon, and Square would have so much money!
Maybe they started when they said and it's going to be out next year.
Or they'll wait for like, the 20th anniversary, which is like in 5 years.
No, I thought no, the 20th of... Oh, you mean of FF7. I thought you meant of Final Fantasy.
No,
that already came.
Yeah.
No, it would have been the highest selling game of all time. It would have been, like... I have this love-hate relationship with Final Fantasy VII. I really do like the game a lot. I do know it's a very glitchy, buggy thing that has a lot of problems, and it has a lot of nostalgia goggles, but it's still a really fantastic game. There's better RPGs out there, but it's really fantastic. You can play it and have fun. Like, you really can. Chrono Cross is much better.
Chrono Trigger
is better.
Final Fantasy VI is better.
Brave Fencer, Musashi is better.
Fantasy
Final Fantasy VI, and I personally like 8 a lot.
I like 9 and 10 better.
But still, FF7 would have made them so freaking much money. It's unbelievable how stupid Square is.
And what
Kingdom Hearts 3! Kingdom Hearts 3! Just freaking make the game!
No, Spencer. We're gonna buy Eidos, who's clearly a great brand.
Oh! New Kingdom Hearts 3, you know why they were waiting? They were waiting for Disney to finally buy Lucasfilm.
Yeah, you know,
Star Wars
World, it's happening.
Wow, Tatooine series of plays!
It has to be... The world has to be called The Phantom Menace, and it's only based off those events.
Josh, are you ready? Are you ready for Chewie or someone to say, Gooby, please? Wait a second. Are you trying to cheat me again?
So we're here to discuss what we're looking forward to.
Yes, I want a Final Fantasy VII remake. Just make it. You're gonna make
Okay.
so much money.
I was
let's
gonna
not
say,
make this 20 hours.
Enough of that.
I was gonna say, can we just have a good Final Fantasy game?
Well,
Like, probably in the next year,
after
13.3 is going to come out.
Yo,
So
Lightning
after that,
Returns.
after that.
Well,
Lightning
and
Returns.
hopefully Square learned its lesson with 14 that, like, nobody wants an online Final Fantasy.
Versus 13.
They're still making 14 for the PS3.
That's gonna
I
sell a lot.
remember when I worked elsewhere and that game was coming out and people were like, I'm so excited for this to come out for PS3. Well, that was like 2009 or something
Yeah,
like that. It was
it's been a
ridiculous.
while.
I really wish they would have made 11 and 14 as just online 1 and 2, so 12 was 11 and 13
Yep.
was 12. Because
So
there's already
stupid.
enough numbered ones.
I just
Yeah.
want a good game.
Final
from
Fantasy
Square.
Online. Final Fantasy Online 2. How hard is it?
Yeah.
Then it says what it
I remember
is.
it.
Anyway, enough of that. Next generation. I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't honestly consider the Wii U next generation. So I'm not really, like, in terms of tech and everything, I really
Next
don't.
generation isn't tech. It's the new generation of games.
It's true.
And also,
Generation
Spence,
implies
I hope you don't
when
think
things are
that the
born.
Wii U is as powerful or less powerful than the PS3, because it's proven that the Wii U is multiple times stronger than the 360 or PS3. The development games, obviously Nintendo never focused on the graphics or anything like that, but you look at games like Zombie U, and you can obviously see that they're on a higher level of development compared to the PS3 and 360. Like, there's no.
I hope I
there's
eat
no
my
debate.
words. I do. I hope
It's hard
I'm
to
wrong. I
gauge.
hope everyone loves the Wii.
I mean, did you think that the Wii that started this generation wasn't this generation? Is that actually in the past generation? Is that the same as the GameCube?
GameCube does have better graphics.
That's not true.
No.
But the thing
Yes, it does.
It's difficult.
Resident Evil
Please.
remake.
It's difficult to gauge how
you look
strong
at
the
Skyward
Wii U's
Sword, that looks
graphics
better.
are.
Yeah, the graphics are really good on Skyward Sword. I guess every system needs time to.
The
put
Wii
out,
U
you
is
know.
going to be pumping out graphics to two different screens, though, so it's
Yeah.
difficult to gauge how good its graphical capabilities are going to be compared to the PS3, when the PS3 only has to put out HD graphics to one screen, whereas the Wii U is going to be having to do it to one big screen and then also wirelessly to another little screen that's in your hands.
I personally have one thing I want to see happen for the new generation and one thing I don't want to see happen. The one thing, should I start with would or would not want to see happen?
I guess would.
The one thing I want to see happen is 60 frames per second. I think we can all agree with that. That, like, games like Call of Duty run in 60 frames per second because the graphics are not
My name's Spencer Brossman, and I spend too much time on B.
textured and everything. That's not true. I like a game like Uncharted 3 is a beautiful game, but what does it run at? Like 15, 20 frames per second? And, like, just because there's so many textures and everything. And I don't necessarily think that the graphics have to be better, just like the... I sound so stupid saying it, but just more frames per second, more rendering faster and everything would be... That's what I'm looking from a tech standpoint. From the negative standpoint that I really don't want to see them trying is stupid download-only, no-used games, stuff like that. I think it's been proven over and over again that people really get mad at that. That will be a huge backlash. And Sony is the most... I used to love Sony so much, but Sony is the most likely culprit to just be like, hey, guess what? You download all the games.
The Vita, trophies only for games that are bought new.
It's so stupid. A ton of people nowadays who play PS3 and 360, whether or not they have internet at home, don't play online. A ton of people don't play online. So to have a game where saying that means you have to have online, and that's just ridiculous. And no used games. I don't just say that as a game store owner. I say that because people are going to be so mad. Because at least if you buy... What's a really bad game that came out recently? I don't know.
Medal of Honor.
You bought the
Medal
game.
of Honor.
You bought the game Damnation in 2009 when that game came out. One of the worst games of this generation. At the very least, you can take it back the next day, get $30, or sell it to a friend for $40. You buy a bad game for $60, and it's yours. Sometimes I see on the PSN store they'll have games like Red Dead Redemption for like $40. And I'm like, brand new, this game's $30. Why would I not...
The game of the year is $30.
The game of the year is $30. So
DLC.
even if they had it on there for $30 brand new, I'm not going to buy it on PSN for $30 brand new when I can go buy the actual thing, have it, and then sell it at some point, even if it's for $5.
The only reason why people like digital only, like Steam, is that they're actually competitive with prices. Like, you get stuff on Steam, like, they just had a sale that I remember that they were selling, like, Darksiders 2 for, like, $15. And you just can't beat that. And that's the reason why you go digital only, just for, like, sales like that. But when you go in, like, PlayStation Store, and you see that a game like Tiger Woods PGA 13 is still $60, and you can buy a new copy for, like, $30. I don't know if it's 60, it's just an example.
But even if it's 40, you know what I mean.
And you can buy a new copy for $30. There's just no reason.
No. They will honestly, the system will fail if they say that or have only download only and don't make it like $10-15 each. Yeah. You do cut out all the middlemen, so you're just being greedy if you ask for the full $60. You're just being greedy. Does anyone else have anything about the next generation?
Is it too much to ask that we get a first-person shooter with originality in the next generation?
I don't think that exists.
I think they're making one. I don't know if they canceled it yet, but Prey 2 looks like it's really original.
That was pushed back, like, quite far.
Quite far?
Quite far.
Because, if it's...
Like, late 2013.
That looked like it had... The original Prey was pretty original, too.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's different. It's just like, if you look back, there's always been the genre for systems that's been, like, saturated the market. Like, NES is platformers. So you'd be like, well, what does this have that's so different about it? Like, DuckTales at least had, good gameplay, and you had, like, the whole, jumping mechanic and everything. So, like, you need to come out with something when every game comes out. Like, seriously, I'm not a huge FPS guy, but when the new Medal of Honor came out, all I said was, why? Like, why? Like, it's like, at least Call of Duty or Battlefield looks, like, interesting. Medal of Honor just looks like, cool, it's a shooter. Like...
It seriously is just Battlefield White without the cool stuff, like vehicles. It looks exactly the same. It looks like the same game. It has the same mechanics. It's just that they made a game for $60, and it removes everything that makes Battlefield 3 good, and tries to be what Call of Duty isn't, but doesn't succeed.
So that would be nice if someone did that. Prey 2 looks really cool with that. Something like a Time Splitters would be fantastic. Like, that was really original. That was really cool. It was a first-person shooter. That's another thing. Like, the GameCube and stuff like that ran in the full 60 frames per second, so playing Time Splitters 2 looks so freaking cool. So.
You care so much about that frame rate.
I love frame rate. Does anyone else have anything?
I guess